So if you've seen the Range Rover SVR detail video that I did a couple of months back, you'll know how excited I was when I received this. This is the Lake Country UDOS 5-in-1 machine polisher. We're going to be quickly talking about this today. So full disclosure before we get into this then, yes, Lake Country sent me this for free. However, this is going back after this video. So I've used it on 4 or 5 cars now. However, I don't get to keep it. It is going back, so all views and opinions are of my own. I've not run any of this by Lake Country beforehand, so yeah, let's get into it. So with that out of the way, we'll go through some of the specs and features of the tool then and how they work. And then we'll go through my thoughts and opinions at the end as well. So we'll dive over to the table, set this down, and yeah, quickly show you some of the features. I don't know why I keep carrying on my shoulder like this. So the first thing to address then is the price of the unit. So this retails for £599 British pounds. I don't know what it's priced for in the States or anywhere else in the world, but let's call it £600 for the sake of argument. So yes, I know a lot of people have said it's quite expensive. However, if you're like me, and in the past I've always used a rotary and a DA together, you know, if you're looking at the competition out there, mentioning no names, but if you was to buy 2 machine polishers from company a rotary and an 8mm throw, you're looking at $389 for the rotary and $380 for the 8mm throw. So you're in well over 600, well over 700 pounds there. And company B, you've got a 21mm option at $395, a 15 at $370, a 12mm option at $360, and a rotary at $319. So that is well over £1,000 for the 4 machines. However, you had to pick 2, let's say the rotary at $319 and the cheapest DA at $260. That's putting you at $589, so near enough the same as this. If you went for something like a 15mm, then yeah, you're looking at but close to £700 in fact. So the price, yes, it is a bit expensive at £600. However, I think that's down to you, your budget, and what you can afford. So I can't really say it's too expensive or not. That's down to you as a consumer, if you can justify the price of this. I think having all of that in one polisher is great. It saves time to buy multiples, but we'll get onto that in a little moment. So with that out of the way then, we'll get on to some of the features. So bear with me, I'm trying to do this upside down, we're looking at the monitor. So we've got all your little markings on here, RS, P1, P2 and P3 around the back. So our rotary, S for sanding, and that's an 8mm throw. P1 is 12mm, P2 15, and P3 around the back is a 21mm throw. Now in order to change the setting then, it's a simple case of making sure all these lines are lined up here. So there's one here and there's one on the rotary part, I'm not sure what the correct term is here, and then a couple of lines on the collar above the setting you're on. So here we're currently on R, make sure they're all aligned, and drop this down and you'll see a white line appear just here. Now if that's visible, do not start the machine polisher, make sure it clips back up and covers that. So with the 3 lines lined up, literally drop that down, twist, drop, and you can twist. You don't have to stop, you can just grab that and twist it in multiple positions in one go. So P3, drop, P1, back to sanding mode, you want 8mm, back to P3 for your next panel and do some heavy cutting. Now you may be wondering, how exactly does this work? Well, basically this collar is adjusting this whole unit. So if you just pay attention to the spindle in the middle, as we change that, it changes the throw and the way this will then rotate. So let's line that back up. I believe we're on P1 there, up to sanding, and let's see if we can get into rotary mode and into rotary. So that's a full-on perfect spin, perfect circle spinning round. That's in your rotary mode, and then say line up your marks and you'll see this slide all the way to this end to put it into P3. I've got my marks lined up, there we go. Let's get it absolutely bang on, spin that all the way around, boom, P3 21mm throw. It also comes with its own backing plate in here. It's a vented backing plate, so there's plenty of holes in here, and as this spins, this draws air in through these little grooves, these little channels, shall we say. So the air will come through there and out of this side, and obviously keep the pad nice and cool as well. So this fits to the machine just with a bolt with an Allen head on it. So just drop that in there, place that on the machine and just screw it down with an Allen key. Jobs are good. And Onto the construction of the machine then. Overall, I do like the feel of it. I like this handle at the front. It do come with different size handles. This was sent to me just with this one, and that's perfect grip. I've got quite big hands actually. I think this is a medium handle, so nice grip there. The cord, I believe it's a 10-foot cord. It's a heavy duty rubberized cord. It doesn't feel like it's going to tangle, kink or twist or anything like that. And then for using the machine, it's quite nice and weighty, so I prefer a heavier machine, and they can just lift it up if you need to relieve some weight off there. You've got a couple of rubber stoppers just here and here for setting that down and not scratching the paintwork on, of this. You don't want to scratch up all this. So you've got these rubber bumps here just to keep your machine nice and protected. I've been leaving it on a rubber mat when I'm working. And overall, the general build quality feels very, very solid. So really like this. It's got a trigger switch as well to start, and it's like a gradual switch, I would say, and a lock function as well to keep that speed going without having to stand there holding the switch out. I think that's pretty much a standard in this day and age, and then just press the switch again to release. We then here have the speed adjustment. There's no clicks or anything like that. It's just a smooth switch through all the way. So you can go from 1 to 6 gradually. You can be at 1.5, 2.5 if you wish. So you can really dial that in what speed you do need. I'm typically spreading on 1 to 2 and then working it at around about speed 4. So you can normally tell as well after experience or with years of experience roughly what speed you're at anyway, just from the noise and the pitch alone of a machine like this. So on to my thoughts then. I've been speaking to a few detailers, a few pros, some enthusiasts, and I've had mixed reviews now. I don't want their judgment to cloud my judgment. Some think they wouldn't really use one. They need to have multiple machines on the go at once. Some like the idea, and I'll be honest with you, I think definitely as an enthusiast, if you've got the budget for this, it is a bit of a no-brainer. So I've used this on 4 or 5 cars, maybe even 6 cars now. And I've been able to do sort of enhancements, details. This is king. This is amazing for enhancement details. So if you've got a one-step or a good one-step pad and polish combo that you know is going to work on your car or whatever car your customer, your friend, your family has got, you can essentially put that pad and polish to work on, say, P2 or P3, do a lot of the heavy correction work, and then without even really having to buff it down, you can do all your cutting on P3. 4 passes is what I've been doing, and then switch it around to P1, which is a 12mm throw, and just refine that and get rid of any holograms. So if you did watch the SVR detail, I'll put a clip up now. You can see that I got rid of sort of like 95% of the swirl marks. However, I did induce my own sort of like buffer trails and holograms, so then switch it around onto P1, and that removed a lot of them. That also applied onto a couple other cars that I've done recently. The videos aren't up for those yet, but you will see them as well. Now, I kind of understand the point from some of the pros. They will have multiple machines on the go, multiple pads and multiple polished products all on the go at once. And yes, I kind of get that. If you're having to swap pads over, you may as well just swap machine over. You could possibly have 2 of these on the go. Well, that's, as I said, that's for a pro. This is ideally, it is aimed at the pros as well. There is a place for this. Like I say, I think this is really the master of the enhancement of the weekend jobs, the ones where the customers leave you the cars for 2 or 3 days, and they just want the enhancement. They want 95% of the swirls gone, some of the deep scratches gone, but they don't want full-on paint correction. This is capable of doing that, but as I said, mixed reviews, mixed opinions on that, but my thoughts are it is a cracking all-in-one machine, and I think all pros should have one of these. I do think that, and I think some of you, like I said, some of you enthusiasts or part-time detailers, definitely consider this, especially if you are constantly changing over machines, want to do the cutting, want to do the refining, do it all on this. Yeah, that is my honest thoughts on that. I think the proof really is going to be if the other manufacturers out there copy this idea. If a lot of people are asking for this, clearly there's a demand. Somebody has asked for this, otherwise Lake Country wouldn't have gone to the effort of manufacturing something like this. So clearly there's a demand for this. I suppose now we just need to see how much of a demand and if the other competition, is going to start making their own version. But overall, it's a very exciting machine to use. It's been really enjoyable to use this. I'm going to miss sending it back, but hey, that's the nature of this channel. We get to test a lot of products and also a lot of tools and machines. But with the value of them, in some cases we have to send them back. So hey, this is going back to Lake Country, as I said at the end of this video, so posted off next week. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Then we've got Jeffo has just joined us for the end. As you can see behind me, we've got some more products, some more tools to be testing over the coming weeks and months. And these are pressure washers from Ava or AVA, a Norwegian company. Literally took delivery of these 2 days ago, and I've just unwrapped them now, so I've not even took them out of the box yet. So we've got the P50 here, the P55 Go Plus, and just down here the Master P60. So yeah, Jeff wants to get in on some of this. I think he's wanting to go for a walk, so let's just move him here. Come here, pal. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to use one of these next week, probably the P60, the beast of one. And then this one looks like a small one looking at this box, so I'm hopefully going to travel with that and do that maybe at the parents' or friends or somewhere else. We'll see what that's like for chucking in the back of a car and using elsewhere. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully we get to do more tooling videos for you. This is something you have enjoyed, let me know in the comments below as well. Also, if you have liked this, make sure you smash that like button, and if you're not subscribed to this channel already, please do consider subscribing. As always, check us out on Instagram at Detailing World Official, and for the behind the scenes and to get the first look on these pressure washers, follow me on there at Randomly Set. So once again, if you're not subscribed, I'll put a link up here for you now, just to click that and make sure you are subscribed. We'll also drop a couple of videos down here and somewhere around here as well that we think you'll enjoy. So yep, hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one.